Didn't have a tiny human that relied on me for everything and that I had to take care of 24/7. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica. I am a first-time mom. I have a 13-month-old daughter named Charlotte. In today's video, I thought I would do a little Q&A. I have finally reached just over 100 subscribers now, and I am so thankful to all of my subscribers and supporters. You guys are the only reason that I am continuing to do this. It is so nice to see some growth on my channel, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I thought because I do have over 100 subscribers now that I would do a little Q&A just so you guys get to know me a little bit better. I asked some questions over on Instagram as well as in a comment on one of my videos. I have them all on my phone here, so I'm going to be answering as many as I can. Charlotte is awake right now, so as many as she'll let me answer is what I will be answering in today's video. So question number 1, are you enjoying mat leave and would you ever want to be a stay-at-home mom? So for those of you who don't know, I am a working mom. However, I am currently on maternity leave still. In Canada, we're very fortunate to be able to take 12 or 18 months maternity leave paid. So I opted for the 18 months and I am off with Charlotte on maternity leave until September. At that time, she will be going to daycare and I will be going back to work full-time. So yes, I am enjoying my maternity leave. I would love to be a stay-at-home mom, and that is a future goal of mine, just with doing something on the side. However, that is not financially feasible at the moment in this season of life. So hopefully in the future, but unfortunately now that is not going to be possible for us. I am enjoying my maternity leave so much. However, I was looking forward to this summer and spending the summer with Charlotte now that she's walking. I was hoping that we would be able to go out on adventures and swimming and doing fun summer things. So I'm hoping that coronavirus is over with soon so that I can enjoy the rest of my maternity leave with her without being in isolation. Question number 2, what's the hardest part of motherhood? Where do I begin? Motherhood is super challenging, as I'm sure a lot of us know, especially being a first-time mom when you're trying to figure everything out. I would say the hardest part of motherhood is the sleep deprivation. Charlotte is still not fully sleeping through the night. She does not fall asleep independently. I have tried sleep training her. It just hasn't been successful. So that has definitely been the hardest part of motherhood. The second hardest part is the mom guilt. Now, I'm not saying that other people make me feel guilty, but I'm just constantly making myself feel guilty, like I'm not doing enough. See all these other moms and you compare yourself and then you feel guilty for not doing some of the things that they do. Yeah, those are the 2 hardest parts of motherhood, I would say. What is your favorite at-home dinner to make? So, a little background, I hate to cook. I don't mind baking, but I do not like cooking. I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more, but still not for me. I'm definitely not a chef by any means. I would say I don't have a specific meal that I love to make, but anything simple and easy is what is my go-to. So the next question is, do you like baking or cooking more? I answered that in the previous one. I do like baking more. Cooking, no. What are your go-to beauty products? So I've never really been super into like researching the top beauty products. I don't buy a lot of expensive things. So I don't really have specific things that are my go-to. I have acne-prone skin. However, a lot of the acne products have chemicals in it that are not safe for breastfeeding. So I've kind of put like my skincare on hold, I guess, until I am done nursing. I do wash with just like a gentle cleanser and just use like a basic moisturizer, but toners and things like that I've just stopped using until I am done nursing, so I am hoping to get back to that soon. Otherwise, I just have like a simple makeup routine that I do every day. I'm not super good at makeup. I don't pretend to be. The one thing that I have used forever though, and I will continue to use, is the Voluminous mascara. That is the one thing that I love, and I will keep using that mascara for as long as they make it. What are some shows you're currently binging? So right now I'm not necessarily binging anything actually. I'm just trying to catch up on some of my like weekly TV shows like Grey's Anatomy, This Is Us, things like that. Because mom life, I don't have time to watch those shows live as they air, so just record everything and catch up on them when I have time. We just finished watching Tiger King. That was interesting to say the least. It was so weird but addictive at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, that was the most recent show that we binged. How many kids do you want? So I think I want 3. And I say I think because we'll see how it goes with 2. Right now, as I mentioned, and as most of you know, I only have 1 daughter. There will definitely be a second, God willing. We'll see about the 3rd. My husband wants 4. I don't think I can handle 4. So I guess let's have a second and we'll see from there. Next question is, if you were to have another kid, would you want a boy or a girl? Honestly, healthy baby is what's most important. Gender doesn't matter to me. However, I will say that I love being a girl mom right now. I just love the newborn phase, like when I could dress her up in little outfits and put bows on her head. Charlotte is kind of out of the phase now of leaving things in her hair. She rips them out all the time. I can definitely see myself being a pure girl mom, but at the same time, I'd love to experience having a son, and I would love to have a little mama's boy. Is there anything you wish you did at the beginning that you know now? I'm assuming that's related to motherhood. There are a lot of things that I wish I did over. One of them, I wish I sleep trained Charlotte at 6 months old when they say it's okay to sleep train. I feel like now she is too old to be sleep trained, and maybe that's not true for most kids, but she just gets so overstimulated now. The separation anxiety has kicked in, and it has just become a lot harder to be able to do that. I do know a ton more about breastfeeding now, about baby sleep now, tons of things that I had no idea about when Charlotte was first born. I just have been doing a lot of research on different baby things, and I have learned a lot. I am going to be making a breastfeeding tips and essentials video in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that because I have learned so much, especially about breastfeeding, that I'd love to share with whoever may be struggling. If you have more children, how do you think you will help Charlotte understand that? So the funny thing is, I have been thinking about this lately. No, we're obviously not having another child yet, but I have been watching other YouTubers who have been welcoming new babies and just like seeing how they are talking to their toddler or kid about the new baby and how they're kind of helping them adjust to that. I think I'll get her super involved with the pregnancy, you know, constantly tell her like your baby sister or your baby brother's in here, you know, say hi to the baby and just like help her understand that there is a baby coming, there's a baby in my tummy, help her prepare for that. There's tons of books out there for big sisters, so I'll probably buy a couple of those. When we do have another baby, I do want to make sure that I make Charlotte and mommy time. So, you know, even if it's once a week, just a dedicated day where it's just me and her for a few hours doing something fun. The time comes for us to have another baby. My husband will probably be doing most of her bedtime routine for at least the first little bit, but I do want to at least involve myself in somehow. So even if that's just simply reading her a book at bedtime, finding a way to do that. So I'll try to involve her as much as I can up front. Just let her know, you know, this is changing, new things are coming, exciting things are coming, and yeah. Has mom shaming been a problem for you? So I can't say anybody has really mom shamed me. So we have a little visitor. Can you say hi to the camera? Say hi. Are you gonna blow kisses? Oh, you're so nice. So I will say that mom shaming hasn't been a problem for me. Nobody has mom shamed me, but the mom guilt is real. So, you know, you'll just see like moms doing things with their kids that you haven't necessarily done with your kids and start to feel guilty. I spoke a little bit about this earlier in the video. So yeah, mom guilt has been bad. Mom shaming, no. Nobody has mom shamed me to my face. Whether they're doing it behind my back or not, I don't know. What are some ways you keep yourself calm if you are having a frustrating day? Sure, as we all can relate, I have been having a lot of frustrating days lately, just not being able to get out of the house due to the quarantine, self-isolation. So trying to entertain a toddler at home all the time is very frustrating. Charlotte is also teething like crazy right now, so that has been very overwhelming. On top of that, the lack of sleep and everything else that comes with motherhood has been very frustrating. So I have actually been doing a few self-care routines for myself, just trying to help myself get into a better mood and trying to embrace this isolation time with her. I do have a quarantine self-care routine video coming out soon, possibly tomorrow if I can get it edited, so stay tuned for that and you'll see all the ways that I'm practicing self-care for myself. I really like this next question. It's how do you find balance between being a mom and being yourself? So that is extremely hard, and that is something I have struggled with throughout motherhood and I'm still struggling with. I'm really trying to find myself again before I was a mom, if that makes sense. So everything now in my world is revolved around Charlotte and being a mom to Charlotte, and that is great and I'm never going to change that. It would be nice to just find who I was before being a mother. A few things, I know that sounds confusing, but a few things that go along with that is just finding time to do things that I enjoy. So doing something for myself. So YouTube is one of those things I've committed to myself to do YouTube because I love it. It's for me. Definitely that is one of the things I've been doing. The biggest takeaway is just finding time to be myself. And I hope I'm not sounding terrible for saying this. Yeah, I just need to be myself for even a few minutes a day and take some time for me. The next question is, what skill would you like to master? Lately, I have actually been wanting to try playing piano. So I think my parents may have a keyboard, so I might get that from them after this whole self-isolation is over with. And I really want to learn how to play the piano. So we'll start off with a keyboard and maybe one day I will be able to get a piano. How different was your life 1 year ago? Completely different. I didn't have a tiny human that relied on me for everything and that I had to take care of 24/7. So that's the main difference. But also I've just changed so much as a person. I've grown up so much. I've grown so much more patience and have really learned to just live in the moment, and that is all thanks to Charlotte and becoming a mom. And my life has changed, but for the better. The next question is, how did you meet your husband? I actually got this a couple times. So my husband and I, funny story, in high school in grade 9, when I was in grade 9, started talking on this like website thing that all like the high school students used in my area. Nothing came of it. We went through high school. In my first year of college, we reconnected because we had each other. Back in the day, it was MSN. We had each other on MSN. And then from MSN, I don't know what happened, how we ended up talking because MSN went away. So I don't know how we ended up reconnecting after MSN went away. I found out that his best friend worked with me. I would talk to his best friend about him and we met up, and yeah, it just went from there. Not a super interesting story, but that is our story. What are your comfort foods? Oh my god, where do I start? I have so many comfort foods, but overall I would say anything chocolate or ice cream are my two biggest comfort foods. Biggest pet peeves. So one of the biggest pet peeves I have is bad manners, especially in children who are old enough to know. Yeah, I can't stand when children have bad manners. I've already started with Charlotte. Every time I hand her something, I tell her say thank you. If she's trying to take something from me, I try to tell her say please. Yeah, that is one thing I can't stand. Another thing that goes along with that is commute to work. I take the subway, and I really can't stand when people don't get up for the elderly, people don't get up for pregnant women. Like, give your seat up for those more vulnerable people. So that is another big pet peeve of mine. And the last question I'm going to be answering today is, how was your birth plan? So I actually have a video on my birth story, which I will link down below for you guys. My birth was super smooth. My birth plan worked exactly how I wanted it to work. Yeah, if you want to hear more details, you can watch the video, but yeah, it's super uncomplicated, easy birth experience, and I'm so grateful for that. So that'll be all the questions that I will be answering today. I hope that gave you guys the opportunity to know me a little bit better, and I am so excited for this adventure and for my channel to keep growing, and I just want to say a big thank you again to all of you for helping me reach my goals on YouTube here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.